Hey guys, Yu-Gi-Oh! Smurf here, and today we're going to be talking about Cyber Dragon fusion strategies, the monsters, as well as ways to summon them. Videos by Yu-Gi-Oh! Smurf. Be creative. Getting right into it, we have the standard Cyber Dragon fusions, which are Cyber End Dragon, light level 10 machine type monster with 4,000 attack, 2,800 defense, machine effect fusion, whose effect reads Cyber Dragon plus Cyber Dragon plus Cyber Dragon. A fusion summon of this card can only be conducted with the above fusion material monsters. This card attacks a defense position monster, inflicts piercing battle damage to your opponent. Next up we have Cyber Twin Dragon. It is a level 8 light machine effect fusion monster with 2,800 attack, 2,100 defense, whose effect reads Cyber Dragon plus Cyber Dragon. A fusion summon of this card can only be done with the above fusion material monsters. This card can make a second attack during each battle phase. Moving on from the standard fusions to the Chimeratech fusions, we have Chimeratech Overdragon. He is a level 9 Dark Machine Fusion Effect monster with question mark attack and question mark defense. His effect reads Cyber Dragon plus one or more machine type monster. Must first be fusion summoned and cannot be special summoned by other ways. When this card is fusion summoned, send all other cards you control to the graveyard. The original attack and defense of this card each become equal to the number of fusion material monsters used for its fusion summon times 800. Each turn, this card can attack your opponent's monsters a number of times equal to the number of fusion material monsters used to summon it. Next up in the Chimeratech, we have Chimeratech Fortress Dragon. It is a level 8 Dark Machine Fusion Effect monster with 0 attack and 0 defense. Its effect reads Cyber Dragon plus one or more machine type monsters. Cannot be used as a fusion material monster. Must first be special summoned from your extra deck by sending the above cards from either side of the field to the graveyard. You do not use polymerization. The original attack of this card becomes 1,000 times the number of fusion material monsters used for this card summon. Lastly, in a new addition to the Chimeratech franchise, we have Chimeratech Rampage Dragon. It is a dark machine effect fusion monster with 2,100 attack, 1,600 defense, whose effect reads 2 or more Cyber Dragon monsters. A fusion summon of this card can only be done with the above fusion materials. When this card is fusion summoned, you can target a number of spell or trap cards on the field up to the number of fusion materials used for its fusion summon, minimum 1, destroy them. Once per turn, you can send up to 2 light machine type monsters from your deck to the graveyard, and if you do, this card gains 1 additional attack for each card sent to the graveyard by this effect during each battle phase this turn. Now that we have all the monsters out of the way, let's go into the ways to summon them. Starting that list off, we have the good, the classic, the polymerization. It is a normal spell card whose effect reads fusion summon 1 fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand or your side of the field as fusion material. Next up, we have the very classic Power Bond. It is, again, a normal spell card whose effect reads fusion summon 1 machine type fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand or your side of the field as fusion material monsters. And it gains attack equal to its original attack. During the end phase of the turn that this card is activated, you take damage equal to the amount of attack gained from this effect at the time of the summon. A new member, and currently only OCG exclusive, is Cybernetic Fusion Support. It is a quick play spell card whose effect reads pay half your life points. Once during this turn, if you would fusion summon a machine type fusion monster, you can banish fusion material monsters listed on the fusion monster from your side of the field, hand, and or graveyard, and use them as fusion material monsters. You can only activate 1 Cybernetic Fusion Support per turn. Can't forget about Overload Fusion. It is a normal spell card whose effect reads banish from your side of the field or your graveyard the fusion material monsters that are listed on a dark machine type fusion monster card. Then special summon that fusion monster from your extra deck. This special summon is treated as a fusion summon. Last but certainly most not least, for the ways of summoning the Cyber Dragon fusions, we have the Light Hex Sealed Fusion. It is a level 3 rock light effect monster with 1000 attack, 1600 defense, whose effect reads, you can substitute this card for any one fusion material monster, but the other fusion material monsters must be correct. You can tribute fusion material monsters on the field, including this face-up card. Special summon one corresponding light fusion monster from your extra deck. So those are all of the fusion monsters as well as the ways to summon them. And we're going to go ahead and talk about when you should summon them and with what you should summon. Starting off, we have the Cyber End Dragon. Cyber End Dragon could technically be summoned with all of these methods except for Overload. If you focus on either the Polymerization or Power Bond. If you're going to summon Cyber End Dragon using Power Bond, just use Power Bond. If you're summoning Cyber Dragon using Polymerization, go ahead and use Cybernetic Fusion support. The reason why you would want to summon Cyber End Dragon is if your opponent has a wall or something in defense mode that you just want to plow through and get some hits off on their life points, because ultimately 0 life points wins the game. Next up, we have Cyber Twin Dragon. So the way you're going to want to summon Cyber Twin Dragon is, again, with everything except for Overload Fusion, except Cyber Twin Dragon has the added bonus of really shining with the Light Hex Sealed Fusion. Cyber Twin Dragon is the only reason why the Light Hex Sealed Fusion is even on this list, and that is because you special summon a Cyber Dragon with its effect, you normal summon Light Hex Sealed Fusion, and boom, you have a Cyber Twin Dragon right there. And yes, even with the effect of Cyber Twin Dragon saying it has to be the above material monsters, the Light Hex Sealed Fusion can still summon it because the Light Hex Sealed Fusion doesn't fusion summon it, it simply special summons it. The reason why you're going to want to play Cyber Twin Dragon is because with the Light Hex Sealed Fusion, it becomes a 2-card 5600 damage in every turn, or 2 attacks with 2800, which is really good. And if you happen to use Power Bond with it to summon the Cyber Dragon, then it's 11,200 attack each turn that you can deal, or 5,600 attack twice. And it's just absurd, really strong and really easy to get out, and it's a hard monster to deal with because of its high attack. With Chimera Tech Over Dragon, since you want to have a multitude of monsters to get his attack really high, Overload Fusion is going to be the prettiest penny in the pile. Alternatively, you can use Power Bond in conjunction with him, and it'll generate a very high attack monster for very low input. Next we have Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon. This guy is only really good if you're facing another machine deck, or a deck that will summon like a Dragosack, because he will clear your opponent's field and add you a monster that's really strong. Ironically, you could just run Fortress in any side deck or any extra deck and use it against a Cyber Dragon player who leaves a Cyber Dragon and other fusion materials on their field, because you yourself do not have to have any machine type monsters or any Cyber Dragons. And that's the scary thing about Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon. Chimera Tech Rampage Dragon is a nice new shiny one out, and he benefits from all of these cards except for, of course, the Light Hex Sealed Fusion. The Overload Fusion gets him out, the Power Bond, the Polymerization, utilizing the Cybernetic Fusion support with him to get them out. He's really good. The reason why you're going to want to play him is because he is now your main driving force of the Cyber Dragon engine. And it's kind of weird to say that, but when he first comes out, he's going to destroy some back row. That's good on its own. But then you can use his per turn effect to dump Cyber Dragons from your deck to your graveyard, allowing you to see more Cyber Dragons for your Cyber Repair Plant, for your Overload Fusion, and he is really going to be your power player in a lot of these duels, just because he is what fuels the fire of your deck. Plus, he can also have multiple attacks, and if you use a Power Bond, that's a 4,200 multiple attack monster coming at the face, exactly like the Cyber Twin Dragon. Notice a theme around here. The best cards are kind of like the medium-ranged attackers that can attack twice, 3 times, etc. that do a lot of damage for very little. And that's kind of what the whole Cyber Dragon fusion strategy is all about. Dishing out damage quickly, effectively, and efficiently without killing yourself. So that really is all to the Cyber Dragon Fusion strategy. Is you get out monsters, you get them out quickly, and you try to win and deal as much damage as you can in intervals. One note that I will advise you guys to watch out for: don't try to invest all of your resources into a Chimeratech Dragon right off the bat. Stick to that 2 monsters if you're using Power Bond for the Chimeratech Over Dragon, even the Fortress Dragon. You don't want to be using all of your resources in one go, because if that one go gets cancelled or doesn't actually finish the job, you're left in a very poor position. So manage your resources wisely and just try to deal medium damage 3 or 4 times and you will have won the duel. Hopefully this has helped you guys in learning Cyber Dragons a little more. Go ahead and post a comment below if you like this video, what's your thoughts about it, and if I missed any Cyber Dragon Fusion related monsters or supports that you think I should have mentioned. Give this video a like, it makes me warm and fuzzy. Share this video so your friends know what you're talking about. Subscribe to me if you deem me worthy, and now you can even support me if you wish.